What if I told you that the difference between you and these guys right here isn't just speed, strength, or size? And this actually doesn't have to do with anything physical. The short answer that explains the difference between you and these guys is simply how they do things.
Yeah, same old question. How do you stop 85?
Today we're diving into the secrets the best players in the game use and how you can master it too in regards to perfecting your footwork. And what better way to do that than to analyze one of the most infamous football training videos of all time, this video right here. If you're a football player and you've never seen this video, and what are you doing? But we're gonna be reacting to it anyway, so you're gonna see it, and we're gonna break down every little detail that they use and that they use to get where they are. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact techniques, the mindset, and the strategies that made the football legends like Ocho Cinco, Antonio Brown, Andre Johnson, and Santana Moss unstoppable. And you'll learn how you can use these same methods to elevate your game in today's world. This is our first talking point right here. I want you to look at what Ocho does right here. Not on the particular route, just look at what he's focused on. Y'all aren't picking up what I'm putting down. Look at what he's focused on. Look at what he's focused on. In the very the broadest way you can answer this question, what is he focused on? The answer is he's focused on doing the external thing. He's not focused on what move he's doing, how he's gonna get off the line. He's just focusing on running the route and catching the ball. That's the only thing he cares about in this moment right now. Running the route, catch the ball. This is what we call optimal theory. Optimal theory is when you put your focus externally and not internally. They did studies on what happens when you focus internally and externally. And the people that focused internally, they didn't build skill as fast as they could, and they were more prone to injuries. But when they looked at the ones who focused externally, they noticed that they were building skill faster. And they're just focusing at the task at hand, and that's what we want to do, right? We want to build skill as efficient as possible, and so that requires us to be focused externally and be in a flow state, and not think too much about our route and about our footwork. So let's watch this again. Externally focused, running the route, catching the ball, getting past the defender, catching the ball. Let's watch this one right here. See Santana right here. They're focused on catching the football, running the route and catching the football. They're not focused on their foot placement, on how hard each step needs to be, okay? And here's our next topic. Going back off of optimal theory, the way you get better at something, the way you make an adaptation fast with your body, you have to focus internally. And that's kind of the paradox of optimal theory. When it's your first time learning a new move, a new route, anything, when it's your first time, then you must focus internally on how to shift your weight a certain way, how to plant your foot in the ground, where to put your feet. That's at the start, but then whenever you get good at it and you can't get it wrong, that's when you shift to that external focus and you just do it. You just do it and you just do it and you just do it. And that comes into our second talking point, progressive overload. Let's watch this route. Okay. Let's watch this route. Let's watch all them run routes and I'll explain what progressive overload looks like. Now look, if you were to be working out with these dudes and you would have ran your route right after all four of them, you would realize that you're not coming out the break as fast as they are. You're not coming to the ball fast. You're not as explosive as they are. And that's because these guys, they paired optimal theory with progressive overload. And progressive overload is just doing more and increasing the intensity or volume or both over time. So they've been doing this since they were young. They've been not just playing football, but playing sports when they were young. Okay, and they're masters at footwork. They're masters. They're in the NFL. This is what they use, and these are the techniques they use. Is progressive overload. They do it more and more and more. You run 5 stop routes one day. Next training session that you're gonna run stop routes, run 6 stop routes. Okay. Next training session, run 7, and just be mindful and track what you do, and so up it every time so you don't put yourself in a plateau. Okay, you want to do more, and then when you're doing a lot, then when you get to a point where you're doing a whole bunch, you can start lowering it and just be more intense with it now. But volume and intensity, they have to increase. At least one of them has to increase in order for us to get our results, in order for us to move like this. Look at his feet. They do this all the time. This is normal for them. It's got to be normal for you, and you got to track how good you are at it. You're not going to move like them your first day. But you work like them, how they work, how they do progressive overload and optimal theory. They focus externally, and they do it more and more and more over time. That's how you be great. That's how you get footwork like this. There's not one footwork drill. In fact, the one footwork drill that you want to do is the movement you would do in the game. So you run slants in the game, do that slant over and over and over, and that's the best footwork drill you can do. Okay? Let's skip ahead in the video.
Feet and hips, stay right up on you. Ooh, somebody having sex. I know you ain't fucking, your hips fucked up. I know your girl ain't happy if your hips fucked up right here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did you hear what Ocho said? You heard what Ocho said? We'll listen back to it one more time.
Ooh, somebody having sex. I know you ain't fucking, your hips fucked up. I know your girl ain't happy if your hips fucked up right here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look, that's the last part. That's the last thing. How Ocho is making jokes. Like, you can look at it as just something just random and irrelevant to footwork, but it's actually very significant. And it's the fact that Ocho, he does all this football stuff with a playful mindset. He comes out there and he just has fun. He jokes around, but while he's joking around and having fun and being playful and playing, he's doing progressive overload and optimal theory. He's applying all 3 of these to his footwork drills, to how he lifts weights, to everything. And so every time you go out and do footwork, man, go out and have fun. We play this sport because it's fun. Okay, go out and have fun. Don't take it too serious. Don't be too needy, because the universe will not reward you when you are needy. You need to be playful. You need to be in the moment. And that's what all of these 3 principles and things I just told you about will elevate your footwork. And here's the good news. You don't need to be an NFL star to benefit from these principles and training. In fact, these principles are what they use to become NFL stars and Hall of Famers. Well, at least Andre Johnson. Antonio Brown, maybe. Ocho, I don't know if they'll give it to Ocho, but they were all stars in their day. And you need to be looking up to people like them. You need to be modeling things they do, but not comparing yourself to them. Start slow. Focus on doing your footwork right, and gradually increase the volume and intensity with each session. Be better than the man you were yesterday. Be better than the man you were last footwork session. If you want to rise to the next level, it's not about training hard. It's about training hard and being smart. People say train smarter, not harder. I say train smart and hard, because we can. Be mindful of the things you do throughout the day. Everything you do is a neurological rep, and that includes how you think of things, your mindset. That mindset will carry you to the league. These guys mastered their craft by implementing the principles of optimal theory. They're playful, yet intense, with a driven mindset, and they're progressively doing more. Now it's your turn. If this video helped you, and you want to learn more about taking your game to the next level in ways beyond footwork, I have a course and mentorship program that not only teaches you how to get your footwork better, but also how to get stronger, faster, develop an NFL level mindset, how to watch film, how to prevent injury, and so much more. If that is something you're interested in, follow my Instagram at Iron Receivers and DM me. But that program is only for the receivers that are committed to the work. If you are soft, it just simply isn't for you. Be sure to drop a comment below and let me know if you want me to make a video on any specific thing. Or you can just comment how these principles elevated your skills on the field.